bad one, Jessica Rodriguez. I should have watched your videos before my litter was doing everything wrong. It's just frustrated the mama, which caused her to attack and bite her baby, and sadly that puppy passed due to my ignorance. Well, I mean, look,
it's a hard lesson learned.
That's right.
You hate it, but you go on.
That's right. I mean, I think I said this a number.
Easier said than done, I promise.
Right, but look, I mean, the truth of the matter is life is full of failures and successes. Failures are difficult to swallow sometimes, like that one, but out of failures comes success, because you learn what not to do, what to look out for to avoid it next time. Probably one of the reasons why you watch these videos is that we have stepped in the muck, and when we know what to do next time, so we avoid those things. And of course, we try to educate ourselves, like you're doing, to avoid these mistakes. So let's just talk about this mum attacking a baby, because it's not that common in French. It's certainly more common than other dogs.
Well, if she's coming out of anesthetic, that's
right.
She doesn't know what's going on.
So you didn't give us a particular. So now we can have a discussion. Tammy and I can have a discussion about babies being bitten. Now, we have never experienced a baby being bitten, other than a lab. We had a lab.
No, it was a German Shepherd.
Excuse me, thank you.
Wasn't a lab. I'm
German
telling
Shepherd.
you that. It was a German Shepherd.
Yeah, she didn't have any more puppies after 2 litters.
No.
And
Well,
biting babies.
we tried it with one, and then we had a friend said, "Oh, well, we'll take care of this," and they tried it. She did it again.
Yeah,
just one puppy. She got every one of them except for one.
Yeah.
And in the first litter, she did that with us, and then in our friends that raises German Shepherds,
Yep.
she did it again and left one puppy.
Yep.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's
So we did
the story. She got fixed.
Yeah, we did more.
That was a German Shepherd.
So let's talk about things that could cause biting of puppies and things that you can do to avoid that situation. So the first thing is, if you've had a C-section.
She just didn't bite it. She ate them.
She ate.
We couldn't figure out where she hid the puppies.
That's right. There were 4 puppies. We went off to a funeral.
Yes.
They were about a day and a half old. We
and
came
my
back.
workers were there, and they were checking on her.
Yep.
And
came back, and there's 1 puppy, and there was no blood. There was no.
I mean, we started pulling stuff away and looking.
Yeah.
And
but anyway, enough of that. Let's get to. I don't want to harp on that one because that was an unusual circumstances.
Yes.
But let's talk about things that you can do to maybe know you have a problem, and things that you can do to avoid a problem, and what you can do if you've had a problem. All right. So, first one is if you've had a C-section, remember, nobody told the dog you're going in for a surgery and you're going to wake up in a few hours and you're going to have a big cut in your belly and you're going to have little rats running at you. Nobody has told the dog that, because none of us speak dog. So the dog wakes up and you're now introducing it to his babies. You've got to be very careful. This is really the time to find out whether or not she's alert enough to look after dogs. And what do you do? Well, tell us what you do, Tammy, because you're the one who does this.
There was one woman said, she was telling me that her female played with them like they were toys. So, and she literally thought they were toys. That's why I'm saying when you have babies, make sure you're watching them 24/7 in your home, so you know what's going on.
But you should get some ideas.
But what we do when we bring home Mama, we let her get awake enough, at least a good hour. She probably had almost an hour ride home, and then she has another hour there at the house. And we keep the babies in our incubator that we sell on our website.
So they're nice and warm, no rush.
Supply.com. Yep. Yeah, no rush.
Don't have to bottle feed them. The puppies could be in there for 3 or 4 hours after birth. Not an issue at all. Yep. They're not going to suffer from that.
So anyway, I pull out one at a time.
Sorry.
And make sure that it's at least one that you would want in that litter, I guess.
The big fat one with one ear and missing an eye.
No, anyway, so I cup the baby completely in my hand like this, and just its back end is sticking out.
Yes.
Not its legs, its back end, so she can smell it. And I talk to her and tell her, "Oh, you're beautiful babies. Look at them, and smell them, Mama. They're your babies.
Get right down there with her.
Did such a good job." And I'm inside the cage with her.
Be excited with her, right?
And so then, when she's kind of smelling around, and then if she looks at them and kind of goes, And then I convince her again, you know, I show her the babies and I rub it on her, and then I bring it back up to her face and let her smell it. And then when she goes, you know, then I'll put one on the nipple.
Well, something else that you do, if you don't get the reaction you want, you go put some peanut butter on their bums.
Right.
That's important because that gets mum to lick on the baby, and when the baby is being licked on, it typically pees and poops a little bit. She kind of gets the smell and the taste of the puppy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
And so then I'll bring a second one out, do the same thing again, and then she's like realizing, hey, these are mine, and so you just keep.
But if she doesn't, that's where the problem starts.
Yeah.
If she doesn't, some moms, new mamas, never had a litter before, are lost. They're also somewhat groggy from anesthesia, and they don't know what's going on. So
and
then,
these people that breed females that come into heat the first time at 9 months or 10 months, and they go ahead and breed them, they're too young.
Yeah.
And that's where you're going to start having.
It's like
problems.
a 12-year-old. It's like a 12-year-old human being having a baby. They're quite capable of having a baby, but not mature enough to do it. But let's talk about where things don't go that way. If they're not accepting the puppies, what do you do? Well, that's a dangerous situation. You don't want to go put puppies in with mum if mum is not accepting them. You're going to have to hang around.
Right.
So here's the next thing. Take mum out. Put a blanket on the floor. Get mum down on the floor. Start rubbing on her. Make her lay on the side. Put your hand over her neck. So she's going to stay there.
If she's resisting.
Yeah, put the puppies.
Not when she's.
Yeah, I don't mean being. I don't want to punish a dog, and we're not going to get rough or hurt a dog.
But if she keeps on insisting she's getting
up,
away,
not going to do it.
Then do that.
She's not going to do it. We are going to make her stay down.
My cage is big enough that I'm inside there with her.
Yes, right. But the thing here is what Tammy will do is you'll get down with those dogs and just make sure you've got to get to the point where mum and babies know what's going on. Mum is enjoying her babies, wants to lick on her babies, wants to let them nurse. It may take some time before she really lets them nurse properly. She may get up and away from them, but it's surprising in most cases within an hour or two, mums typically know what's going on, and they I think about Kit, for instance, last letter that Kit had. Yeah. She was lost, right?
Yeah.
The first time you introduce babies, she's like standing up there and kind of just looking at you like, well, what are those?
Yeah.
Before you know it.
It was Kiki that looked at him and went,
Yes. But before you know it with Kit, she's got those puppies, she's moving in with her arms and getting it in with her so they can nurse, and she's doing great. You know you have a problem.
Yeah.
But if they're not responding to their puppies, you cannot leave them unattended with their puppies.
No.
So what's the next thing you can do? Get yourself a muzzle, or go get yourself some tights. Pantyhose. Cut a hole in pantyhose. Put it over their face.
Cut a leg off of the pantyhose.
Yeah. Put it over their face. Tie it around in the back, so that they can't get their mouth widely open to bite a puppy. You get a tongue out and lick a puppy. But that's all they can do.
Right.
Or you can go get a muzzle from Pet Edge.
Hopefully you don't have to do that. Hopefully.
Yeah. But you can go get a muzzle from Pet Edge, one of these plastic ones. They've mostly got long snouts on them, so if they're the big nosed dogs, cut off the front part of the muzzle. Go get some wire ties and make yourself a closer mesh in the front of it. But so then you've done this. She's still not responding. It's 24, 48 hours. At some point, you can take the puppies away and raise them yourself. That's if she's going to kill the puppies, she can't be with the puppies.
Hopefully you have another female that's got milk.
Yes.
And
right.
And, switch it over to that. And if that's so, take one of the puppies from the mama that's got milk that you're wanting to trade her off to, and take one of the puppies and rub that puppy with that other puppy from the other litter, and then
they've got to be similar ages. You can't have Now you could have a dog that's still got milk, has whelped a litter, they're 4 weeks old. You can take those puppies away and put her on those puppies. I mean, people talk about this like they're worried they're going to get the dog's bit. I've never seen that happen.
I didn't get to finish what I was saying.
Sorry.
Anyway, so you rub that puppy with the other puppy from the new mama that's going to be feeding milk, and then you let mama smell it, so she'll accept that puppy, and get the smell from her babies onto that baby, and so she'll more apt to accept it.
That's good. Yeah. So it does vary by breed too on this. I mean, if you talk about Frenchies, they tend to be pretty docile,
delicate.
well, they're non-aggressive animals too.
Yeah.
But you know, you've
Yeah.
got other breeds, and I'm not going to mention this because I really don't know what they might be. But I mean, our German Shepherd, for instance, was not built to have
No,
puppies.
she was not.
She had gorgeous puppies, but she
Oh.
wasn't. She was not.
No.
She's not going to be a mum.
No.
She was just the shittiest mum in the world. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So if you are in a situation where mum is not going to look, our lab, our German Shepherd, if
Oh.
we'd known what was going on,
Right.
we'd have taken them puppies away.
Oh.
We'd have got them in an incubator. We'd have tube fed them.
We were at the funeral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But our Labradors, those were a breeze.
Oh, yeah.
They were
Oh, yeah.
fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Big litters and just
Yeah.
looked after the babies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we spent quite a bit of time on this. What's someone's trying to call me there? There's 13 minutes. I think we're going to stop
Yeah.
on this one right here.
Do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's yeah, there we go. All right, I hope that's useful. Bye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.